Aboro Aboye. So, I'm here in the Bay Area. Silicon Valley is really close by. So, here, this economy is largely driven by the combination of tech and entrepreneurship. These startup companies, startup tech companies, right? And just about everybody here is like 1 degree removed from the tech industry, and is somehow intimately connected to this startup culture that's very prolific here in the Bay Area. And it's not just here, because those people, right, in those industries happen to be at the cutting edge of modern culture. So Facebook, right, or Tesla or Microsoft might be based locally, but obviously their impact is global, right? But the thing that I want to highlight is the fact that we look to those leaders like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg, for example. We look to them as examples of excellence. They're the standard for greatness when it comes to business, and we tend to apply that same kind of logic when we think about and talk about Orisa lifestyle. We look at the priests, and we focus on what we think the priests do, and what we think is the secret behind the priest's success, and we seek to emulate that, and we want to have the same thing that we see the priest have, right? The beads, the pots, and the titles. And we think that once we acquire those things, then we're going to be able to be successful like the priest. And that's just totally wrong. It's wrong. It's not. That is not what this tradition is about. The tradition is about the client. The tradition is about the client. And you can just look at Ifa, right? You can just look at Ifa. You start going through the verse after verse after verse after verse after verse. And what does it say? This person, a name, the Babalawo of so-and-so cast Ifa for so-and-so when so-and-so was going to do X, Y, and Z. So-and-so was told to sacrifice and not to do this. They did it, and things were successful. They didn't do it. Things were not successful. But the emphasis is not on the priest. It doesn't tell you what happened to the priest after the fact. The story isn't about the priest. It's about the client, who is the protagonist of every story. Even if the client in one case or another could have been a divinity, the client could have been another priest, could have been a king, right? But the focus of Ifa is on the client. So by extension, the entire practice of Orisa lifestyle, everything that we do is focused on the client. What is it that you need to do to be successful? Not enough attention is given to that. We're not articulating and verbalizing what is allowing people to actually take the tradition and use it for what they need it to be. Okay? And so that's what I want to do today, is give you just a little bit of insight into what my most successful clients do. Okay? My most successful clients don't get initiated as a rule. That's not their goal. My most successful clients are focused on something. They know that they are businessmen or women. They know that they are some sort of a professional. They know that they are mothers, okay, or they know that they are teachers, or and some of them are healers. But for the most part, they have their discipline, they have their craft, they have their vocation, and they need some kind of clarification for how to put things together in a better way so that they can excel more at what they already do. My most successful clients know, hey, I've got some kind of a health problem. Maybe I can't quit drinking. Maybe I can't quit smoking. Maybe I can't be honest, right? I have a hard time with being truthful. Maybe I have a hard time focusing, right? Whatever it is, they are acutely aware of the thing that's limiting their ability to go to the next level. And they want Ifa to guide them in that process. That's one of the very most important things that I know about all my most successful clients. Okay. Another thing that distinguishes my most successful clients from my least successful clients are that my most successful clients follow instructions. They follow instructions. They don't always like the instructions. And I actually oftentimes they're quite vocal about the fact that this is really hard. I don't want to do that. That's going to make it real inconvenient for me. But they do it. They do it to the letter. Very important. They follow through. Last but not least, the third thing that my most successful clients do is they follow up. Once they've achieved their objective, they report in. They say, okay, look, I consulted E5 with you about this, and this was the outcome. I was successful. I got a promotion. I got a raise. My business is taking off. I found the man of my dreams. My health condition has been remedied. What is my next step? They don't rest on their laurels. They don't stop. They're not content with, that bit of success and satisfaction. They know that there's a next level. And then they come back and they repeat that process, and they repeat that process, and they repeat that process. That's what my most successful clients do. My least successful clients, honestly, are the magic bullet people. They want to know, well, who is my Orisa? And once they get that information, they want to, maybe they want to rush right into associating with that Orisa somehow. Until they hear that, okay, the next thing that you could do with that to be initiated is going to cost you X number of dollars. Then they don't want to do that. And when they hear, listen, when you get initiated to this Orisa, this is your Orisa for life. What you're committing to is like having this is a really simplified analogy, but I use it. It's like you got a puppy, but you got a puppy for life. You got to feed this puppy and wash it and take it out, and you got to take care of it for the rest of your life. This is not a short, quick thing. My least successful clients, they want that information. They're excited about that connection, about saying that they're a child of this or a child of that, but they want it quick. That's why I call them the magic bullet people. They want this Orisa very quickly. They want to know all the secrets and the mysteries and the powers of it very quickly, but they don't want to pay for it in money. They don't want to pay for it in actual work and study and hard work. They don't want to do that, right? They just want the outcomes. These people, generally, they tend to be stuck. 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I see them going in circle, 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 right? Not with me, but I see them doing this out and about in the world, just repeating the same pattern over and over and over and over, trying to glean as much as they can here until they get something that they don't want to hear. Then they try to get as much as they can here until somebody tells them they've got to start paying money, and they try to get as much as they can over there until person gets tired of them and just says, hey, you can't do that here anymore, right? You're going to have to join. You're going to have to become, a card-holding member. But all the same, those folks just tend to, they don't elevate. They don't upgrade their lifestyle because they're trying to get something for nothing. And it doesn't work that way, right? So I want to encourage you to be honest with yourself and be real with yourself about what it is that you're pursuing with this tradition. If you want to really and truly be successful, okay, find out what the most successful people do. Find out how people are going from point A to point B to point C to point D. What are they really doing? Like point by point, step by step. Now, a lot of people are not necessarily going to tell you what they do, every single step of the way. That could be kind of awkward. But talk to your priest or your priestess and ask them, hey, what do your most successful clients do? How do you see people grow and progress from one point to the next through the practice of Orisa lifestyle? That's the secret of your success. That's the secret of your happiness. That's the secret of your ability to fully realize your destiny in this space and serve your own life and those who you are destined to serve. Aboro aboye, aboshishen.